You don't already have it up.
He's like that.
Where are you?
Did you think that was 4?
It starts
Not
on
paying
1. It
attention.
starts on 2.
I know, but you're given a cue of 3.
Right. I mean, how am I supposed to just that word? It seems awkward as I'm coming from the side.
But that's 4. I don't get to hang on to toolkits for very long.
I guess the confusion is how am I supposed to start with it on 2? I don't.
And or everybody's got a quarter rest on beat 1. You know, why is it there? I would like to ask R. Mark Rogers, who's a very lovely man who lives in Texas. But what's the point right there? Have we not seen pieces of music that have 3 beats of, what do you call that, right? Pickup, without it being a measure. Measure 1 should be the sustained pitch. So, yeah, it's weird, right? There's just no doubt about it. And even when I did the big exaggerated breath and whole thing, some of them weren't sure if they should play.
Okay.
So there is a teaching element of this, where we have to just say there's no beat 1, and then 2, 3, 4 can be anything. And this is just rather defined.
Okay.
If you go out this way, that's a 3, and after a 3 out here, gotta come a 4, right? Okay?
Let's try that again for me.
That's why everybody, we study to be conductors, to be the most efficient rehearser we can, but there's no such thing as a silent rehearsal. We have to talk in some degrees, and nobody's got anything on beat 1. Ready, aim. So, if you rebound, what has to happen? Comes up, it's got to come down. So if you rebound this quick,
Right.
you've defined where B2 is going to be. Okay, so may I, everyone? Should be right there this time. Here we are. Everyone, but if you go like this, you can't.
Okay.
Be still. Ready, aim, fire. Be still. Plant your tree pose into that podium. Now, do it again and give him what he just asked you for. You nice people that are giving him what you think he wants. No, do that again. You won't do that again? What'd you do?
I like.
BAM! times that happened.
I practiced by coming in from the side, so I was gonna release and then breathe.
But is that a big issue? What's the big issue? Help them out, friends.
Not holding it long enough?
Right, yeah, you're finishing the sustain before Percy does.
Okay. Can we go from, let's just go from 33.
They need more information. Just like hurry, Tom. Boss, ready, aim, fire. Firing. Fire, 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 fire. Ready, aim. Now they need a little more information, don't they? You said start at 33
Yes.
on B1?
B2.
Ah.
33. B2 of 33.
This is really hard. I have to say, this is a really hard piece to conduct, and you're getting through it. You're looking more and more comfortable with it as you're going along, which is good. Question for you, because I have rest at 33. What's the dynamic at 33?
It's supposed to be piano.
And what's
Not
the dynamic
quite
at
that.
49?
49 is working.
At least from where I'm sitting, it seemed like your pattern size was exactly the same between 33 and 49. So just be mindful of the size of your pattern, and when you want it softer, conduct softer and smaller.
Megan.
You seem to metronome back and forth pretty heavily, so
I
just
know.
watch for that.
Okay.
Saxophone studio thing.
Eric.
I think with the confusion on the entrances, like B2 entrances, it looks like you're coming down for beat 1 to give us a beat 1 prep, and then you just kind of like J straight past it into beat 2. So I think if you either gave like a clear beat 1 prep or a 4-1 prep even, because if you said, you know, I'm going to give you 4 and then the beat of rest, I think that would help clear that up instead of just kind of like, okay, here it is, like some
Okay.
kind of breath in
So
the middle of
just
4
kind
and 1.
Just
Just like, if you start up here.
more sense.
Do it again. What did you do?
No, that,
Well, that kind of pauses there.
You just exhale on 1.
Yeah.
I would start on 4, like, da, da.
The problem is 4 and 1 look so the same.
Yeah.
You know, 4 is an up and 1 is a down, and both parallel to the horizontal plane. I think what Eric's getting at, correct if I'm wrong, Eric, but he's asking for you to attempt a passive 4 and an active 1 as the arsis 2, the thesis 2. No, passive 4. Title like so. 4, 1, 2.
So,
Don't breathe there. Wait for move on 4, breathe on 1. No,
It's weird.
I wouldn't do it, so I'm struggling with it too, but you could say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. I mean, every time I've done this piece, I've just taught the group to understand there's no beat 1 and bar 1.
Okay.
And then after that, there is a beat 1. It's sometimes a release, so there's not much action. And then when you start someplace, you just have to say, listen, everybody, beat 2 of bar 33, example. And then you just take a good inhale and go.
Okay.
So, but it's tricky. It's tricky, you know. It's like starting the Song of the Blacksmith. It's awful, just awful.
Any other comments, Wes?
I think what would help, especially like with entrances and getting everybody together, at 33 is an example because it's just the flutes and the clarinets that come in. And I would say it didn't really look like, from my perspective, you didn't look at them when you wanted them in the prep. You kind of either looked over
It's
here.
kind of like-
So I would say look at specific sections that, or specific instrument sections to come in at those points, so they know when you want them to come in.
You know, one of the points of lab band, the reason lab band exists is to help in a real tangible way for all of you to realize how prepared you have to be to get on the podium. Because there's a I feel ready, and then you get up there, and in order to do the things, you're exactly right, Wes. But in order to be so outside of yourself and outside of the score and confident in your knowledge of the score, to be with the flutes is a whole other level than can be imitated in some other way. You know, in sports, you hear NFL people talking about how practice is fine, but the speed of a real game is different. Well, and that's what this is. You score study all day long and air conduct along with Fred and Eastman, and then you get up on the box in here and it's game speed. It's different. So we're protecting you from your student teacher.
Yeah.
Going along with what you said, it would be nice to see your eyes a bit more. I think you noticed too.
Yeah.
So.
Why, thank you. Yeah.
Sort of another, it's a little bit different, but this is really, really beautiful music. This is really flowing music. I feel like you really have an idea of how you want it to sound. What you're conducting looks way too metronomic, just beat, 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 beat the entire time. So I guess try not to make it so vertical and maybe more horizontal. Try and shape phrases a little bit more. And I know it's hard, but I think getting less note metronome and trying to put yourself more into the ensemble a little bit, get them thinking the way you want them to think. I know it's hard, but just a little bit. But just try and make it a little bit more musical, a little bit. Try and get yourself into the music a little bit more.
Any other comments before we try it again? Okay, let's go from the top.
Hold them on. Ready? What are you gonna do different? Do you have a plan? No.
I know, I'm trying to make a plan.
That's right, so take a moment. There's no, the only reason I said no is because you didn't have any time to make a plan. Take a moment, make a plan. Kevin made a very astute comment, and that is the nature of this music and the challenge in this music. So I don't want to let you just get started and go right back to beat the 4 pattern. It's the same way we just did.
I guess I don't know how I would go about just not. I mean, there's some spots where I.
So here's the beauty of the universe, right? You made a choice the first time through, and now you want some different sounds.
Okay.
Do anything else.
Okay.
That was the same thing.
Okay. exactly, but you
Well, then
said do
don't.
something different.
I
so-
did, I did. There, do something else different then. If you want the tempo to stay the same, do something else different. You're doing great, Tyler. This is really weird and really hard. And we're having a graduate conductor lesson now. We're not having laughing. Okay, you're doing just fine. But this music is so beautiful, and it is appropriate to talk about it like this. So you did things differently, and I'll put you on the weird hot seat, right? But we don't have to overthink things quite so much. Remember, patterns are okay, and patterns are fine, but they are not carved in granite. The pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5 is one of the least important things in music. We give it a lot more attention and credence than it might deserve. If you're trying to make these notes be more horizontal, well, you could just be horizontal. I mean, right?
Right.
I can never pull up his name when I need it right on the spot. The Spanish conductor, Kleiber, Carlos Kleiber. Pulled it up. Look. You guys go check this guy out. Go check out his YouTube videos, and I hope I spelled that right. But if it's wrong, you'll find him, Kliber. The man is, he's on another planet in terms of conducting, like he never conducted a pattern in his life. There's legendary stories about how Vienna Phil had him in to come do a concert, and I mean, he spent a half an hour with him, they hated him, he hated them, he walked out, he left, because Vienna is just kind of stereotypical, strict German, and he wanted to do his thing where he makes the swim and fish in the sea, you know, instead of a pattern. That's just what he did. Somebody made a big mistake, hired him, frankly, because he was who he was, and they were who they were, and maybe that wasn't going to work. But patterns are okay, they're fine, they're well and good, but they're not any kind of gospel, okay? Let's start from the beginning. If we're going to say do anything but, you know, wall, wall, ceiling, floor, wall, ceiling, floor, wall. Not too exciting, right? So we go to the beginning. We can be horizontal. Just kind of experimenting with things a little bit. And remember, our favorite thing is when do we have to make things happen, when do we have to let things happen, okay? Do they mean tempo from you? No, not really. If we want a collaborative chamber musician experience to happen here, we gotta enable / encourage, which is the same gesture, the enabling and the encouraging of the group to move and play like chamber musicians.
I guess that's what I was going with my initial idea on the side, the horizontal start, but maybe I mean, that was why I'm doing it at first.
Cool, fine.
I mean, it clearly wasn't a mistake.
Yeah, there's,
I think I can see.
well, the question is, it might have worked if we'd clarified that first beat, and we jumped onto it so quickly. So, yeah, so I don't really know. The concern I have is, you're gonna think I'm exaggerating, but probably end by like 10%. Chelsea did this.
That's true.
And whack-a-mole,
Yeah.
city. So, if we want them to be collaborative chamber musicians with us, we have to make them do it. I mean, one of the weaknesses in the wind band world, in the school band world, is that from the 6th grade, we've trained you to do what we tell you. Never let you experiment with a few things and make collaborative music as 7th graders. And we've told you, flat, 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 and we'll go around. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this happen, and if your beloved band director did that in high school, I'm sorry, okay? I mean, you still love your band director, wonderful human being, but we have to, I mean, admit, if you do this, we start with Jenny, and 12 minutes later, we're back there, we kept, what's Jenny been doing for 11 minutes, and what have we taught anybody. The clarinet has gone from wherever it was to some other place. Anyway, and how many seventh graders in the world, beep, 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 and then there is a box checked in their head, in tune. Wow, you know, so if we can come up with more of a collaborative learning environment, then we can create musicians, the opportunity for musicians to grow. And that has to manifest itself not only in everything we do in the architecture of the program, but in the repertoire and the way we realize the repertoire together, okay? So a lot of this is when to make it happen, when to let it happen, okay? And I'm talking to you as a guy with Irish tuned scars. I mean, this, Kevin, you were hit it on the head. I mean, you should have said it's really hard 4 more times. Because that's how worthy it is of talking about harnesses. You know, I had a really good high school band that played at the State Concert Festival, a march called the Tempo du Bourgeois, the Esprit de Corps March. And this thing, and the Granger Concertino for 4 percussion. I'll never forget as long as I lived. Good high school band, and we played at the State Concert Festival. We got straight superiors, straight A pluses, the whole deal on this whole sheet. Yay, hooray. Well, Joe Kreiness, one of the world's walking Granger scholars, does most of the Granger transcriptions, he or Mark Rogers, was there. He lives in Central Florida, he had done clinics with my band, the whole thing. And I was walking tall right after we got finished. I thought, man, we just knocked it out of the park. It was great, it was fantastic. And Joe Kreiness ran up and he said, oh man, the Bourgeois was great, the Granger was great, or the Gillingham was great, the Granger stunk. Here's this Granger scholar, you know, and I had him in to do some clinics, so we brought him over to the thing. But that's the kind of guy he was, and the kind of relation was. He didn't mean it in a mean way. He was just that way. I mean, he would just walk up to you and go, hey, you got food on your pants. I mean, it's just like, God, just telling you the truth. And that's why you love people like that, if they're brilliant like he was. So, tough, but boy, you learn a lot from this. And it's one of the great things about it is that it enables and makes a school deal with things like this horizontal versus vertical. Makes the conductor deal with how am I going to make it beautiful if I'm mandating every beat? Can I do something besides 1, 2, 3, 4 and still be clear? Right? A lot of you in the same room, we've had this conversation about the role of the conductor to be clear and musical. Sometimes, maybe all the time, that's really hard to be musical and still be clear. And you know, I fail at it every day. Every conductor fails at it in one degree or another every day. And we're trying to be clear and musical and clear. The pattern, one of the things it does for us is it's just safe. It provides a security blanket for us, but we need a security blanket for ours too. Right? So let's just do a phrase or two, and then we'll let Nathan get up here with Schumann, another monster. So clear your head. And you know, you're a fabulous musician, Tyler. Just right now, you're just burying your fabulous musician inside this conductor that you're less confident in. You know, so just channel your saxophonist. You're a wonderful saxophonist, you're a wonderful musician. If we asked you to play the saxophone up here, you'd make a lovely horizontal phrase. Just do that. Just do that. Just be that guy. And don't overthink it. I mean, it is hard, like Kevin said, but you know what, who cares, right? It's a beautiful, lovely little folk song. What's so hard about that? Start a campfire, we could all go arm in arm like Dr. Seuss is singing. It'd be just fine. Be still, ready, aim, fire.
was better.
Kevin and I would have given you $100 we said, it's hard. Last comment, Kevin said, hard. It's hard.
I think it would take a little bit more time in some places. Have like a little more attention.
Yeah.
Because of the extra.
Well, that's the other thing. Have you done this yet, Sarah?
Yeah.
You have done this. Time goes fast, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you think you're doing things slowly. It's just like a recital. How many of you listen to your recital recording and you thought, man, I made a gigantic dynamic difference. You listen to you, you're like, tiny. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What else? It was a huge dynamic. Oh, what? Oh. Yeah, you think up there you're doing things that are slower and they're fast. Your heart beats. Okay, Schumann.